Hello everyone, and this is another review by Figure Fanatics, and today we have a 1/7 scale Hatsune Miku based on the Tony Taka illustration that he drew over. This figure is made pre-painted PVC, and before we start we'll look at the box right there. It's a pretty standard box. Yeah, I believe her where she is. It's a pretty big box because the figure is wider than most. But as you can see, it's pretty standard. It's got pretty artwork here and there. But it's pretty nice. Windows you can see inside it. And on this side, they had the actual picture that was drawn that it's based off of. Miku in a swirling motion, I guess you could call it, while she sings. But anyway, that is the box. And we will move on to the figure. How will you move it to the middle?
I can try.
She's a little awkward because of the way the hair is. It's really heavy. And so the figure itself is not the most stable figure I've ever seen. And we'll explain why. As far as the looks of it, it looks very nice. It's a very good looking figure.
Which is why we got it. We chose this Miku because of her pose and all the detail put into her. We liked how she looked.
Yeah, it's a very good figure. But that adds to some problems with it because if you collect PVC figures, you know that there can be leaning issues with different ones, and this one has lots of leaning issues. If you look at it, down at the bottom, they've got clear supports to help hold up her hair because it's so heavy. But even that is not enough. I don't know if you can tell, but the leg here is actually bent. She should be up a little straighter, but she's not. So usually when we display her, we have to display her with her hair leaning against the side of a shelf.
Which can't help, but at the same time it really doesn't.
Yeah, it's not the best made, surprisingly. For example, her little hair thingies, I don't know what you girls call that stuff. What would you call that?
They're just loose strands that like hang down on the back of her neck here. We don't mess with her, so she was literally just standing on the shelf. But as you can see, one of them has broken off.
It just fell off. And if you look at the actual hair tie,
This one, see this one? Yeah, this one is loose.
it just
I can spin it.
we just saw it one day and it was loose. So it has a little bit of quality issues. I mean, the paint is very nice. They did a good job. It's very detailed, very clear, smooth. But as far as the construction of the structure of the figure, it's lacking.
The first complaint I had about her when we unboxed her was she doesn't have the right panties on.
She's mad because it doesn't have striped panties. They're just plain white.
I like the striped panties. Shush, I'm
Yeah,
loud.
that'd probably be hard to paint. But I've seen other figures with it, so.
Yeah, we have one with it, so it's doable.
But whenever you see a picture of Miku that someone has painted, she always says striped panties. And she doesn't have them. So I guess that's a deterrent. But other than the leaning issue and the build issue, I really like it. We bought it from Amiami. That's where we buy almost everything we have. And it's just, I don't know, it looks great. It just has its flaws. It just depends on how much you want to mess with your figure collection. The base is kind of nice too. I don't know if you can tell. It's similar to stylized like a piano key setup.
And it's nice and clear, as you can see. You can see his fingers through it.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
They did a lot of work on it, a lot of detail, which from being made from Tony Taka's picture, you kind of expect that.
Yeah. And it was made by Max Factory, and they normally have very good stuff, but maybe they just missed the ball on this one. I think the design was a little ambitious as far as PVC figures go, because usually they're just standing in a pretty static pose. Like, for example, let's see, I'll show you Ayane from Dead or Alive. Move my camera. Yeah, she's a lot bigger. But see how she's just standing there. So I would be surprised if there was ever any issues with it. But most figures are like that. They just stand there. They're supported very well. This Miku figure, they gave her a swooping, twirling look, which is really nice looking. It's just
Yeah.
hard to do with the PVC. I mean, you can only do so much with that material. But
And as you can see, every part of her look goes with that motion. Her skirt is moving, her tie is up like she's twirling to face you. So they really went all out with it.
yeah, it looks very good. But anyways, if you see, our dog even doesn't like it. If you do want to purchase this figure, it's kind of hard to find. Most of the Japanese sites will be sold out, so you'll be stuck with using either Amazon or eBay, and that's a hit or miss sometimes. But there you have it. Have a good day.
Bye.